everyone. Today I am staying inside in the warm. It is cold and windy and gray outside, and these are good days to stay in and just cozy up with a big blanket. And as you can see, I'm in a sweatsuit, so I have plans to go absolutely nowhere. And I thought today would also be a good day to do a video. Since the last video was on happiness and health, I thought today I would do kind of an opposite of that. So the days that I'm not so happy and maybe not feeling so great. So I just thought that I would share some of my triggers for the not so good days. And they can be anything from how I feel to something I see. So, like anybody that has this, either COPD or PAH, they know that it is constantly changing. Like the conditions of it are constantly changing, and your symptoms are constantly shifting. And just when you get used to one thing, something else will change, and then you have to find a way to get used to that too. Or you might be having a perfectly good day, and then you drive through an area where somebody's burning leaves, and you get a good whiff of the smoke, and from there that day is kind of then turned into a bad breathing day. Or it can be extra humid, and maybe that makes it particularly hard to breathe, or you might be in an area with a higher altitude. So, I mean, just so many things can affect it. You can be at the theater and someone comes in and sits in the seat behind you with smothering heavy perfume on. So, I mean, it can be a number of things that are legitimate reasons to feel bad. And then some of what I call my kind of feel sorry for myself triggers that happen, where maybe I am out driving around and I see someone moving hurriedly along and carrying a ton of bags and going uphill and talking on their cell phone all at the same time. And I wonder if they are aware of the fact that it's super hard to do that, and some of us can't, and I hope they really appreciate their ability to do such things. So, or someone rushes past you and runs up the staircase and then, off to wherever they're going in a great hurry, never even skipping a beat, I always wonder if these people appreciate the fact that they can do this stuff. And so it's times like that where maybe I'm not so happy and I just want the old me back, the one that can carry a ton of bags and rollerblade and horseback ride and, chase around after stuff and just do all the normal stuff that most people take for granted. So, yeah, I definitely have those days. I try not to stay in those moments for very long. I try to do just that, make it a moment and a passing one. And so to do that, I just go over all the things that I have to be grateful for. Sometimes I don't even have to try very hard to make it a passing moment. I might see someone who's in a worse situation than myself, and I actually become thankful for my situation. So, you don't have to look very hard to find people that have it tougher than you do. I know I don't, and moments like that make me absolutely grateful for my situation. The other thing that has a tendency to shift my attitude to maybe the not so good is when you have a situation where maybe you've had bad breathing days for several days in a row, and then your mind starts to act like a runaway freight train, thinking, oh my God, is this the moment that everything's going to start getting worse? And my health is going to, start going downhill. As most of you know, I was hospitalized about 3 years ago. And at that point, I finally got with the right type of physician and a completely accurate diagnosis. And so I've been living with this now for 3 years, properly diagnosed, and more years than that, misdiagnosed or with the wrong physicians to treat me. So it's been quite a while now, and they, definitely pound it into your head that it's progressive. So I'm always waiting for that next shoe to drop. And I've learned to kind of stop waiting, because nothing major's happened so far since that hospitalization. Things have been going really good. I just actually keep getting progressively better. I'm able to do more exercising, more length of time, at higher speeds. We go places. I find that I don't need to rest. And, I would say, with the exception of the air, having to wear O2, I am probably pretty normal. And I would say that most of the people that know me, that are close to me and that hang around with me on a daily basis would say that I live a pretty normal life. So what I learned is to kind of stop waiting for that next shoe to drop. And instead of when the next thing happens that maybe causes me to have a bad breathing day, it could be something like the barometric pressure instead of necessarily my health progressing to the next level. So I kind of try to just keep everything in perspective. But I just wanted you all to know that I definitely have those days too. And anybody out there who feels like that should definitely not feel alone, because we all have them. I definitely try not to live in fear. That definitely perpetuates the problem. And so the way I kind of look at it is we're all here going through the same life cycle. Everybody was born and everybody will die, and everybody has their own struggles that they're going to go through in between while living life. And the best thing that I can do is live to my fullest and do as much as I can. And the more I can do, the less that I fear. And the more that I do, the less I fear. So, I'm kind of constantly always trying to push the boundaries and see what else I can fit into my life, and, also accommodating my situation, and just try to, live to the best of my ability. So, like I said, I just wanted you guys to know that I too have those moments where I might be less than happy and I miss the old me. I just try not to stay there, and I hope you guys find a way to live the majority of your life in your happy place instead of in the moments that are less than that. So keeping those things in mind, I hope you guys have a great start to your week.